What's up, everybody? It's Joe La Puma. You were watching the Complex Sneakers podcast. I am not with my guys, but I am there in spirit. On the right little Zoom window, beard looking full as ever, Mr. Matt Welty.
We're here. We're not with Joe, like he said, but
we're connected.
The glizzies are here to transcend his spirit.
Okay, already went right to it. Didn't even give it a chance to breathe. To my left, in the left window, wearing, what is that, a Hawaiian shirt? I can't see perfectly.
Bowling shirt?
Bowling shirt?
Yeah, a little bit. Somewhere between those two themes, yeah.
So this is a monumental episode, 50th video episode, which is the 50th time we've been on YouTube, correct?
Is that even that special? I mean, I'm glad.
I don't know. We're really celebrating.
Pulled out
any
all the
milestones.
Yeah, but
any milestones we're celebrating, it seems. But
it doesn't feel like that big
balloons,
of a deal. Yeah, but for the people listening, we have some balloons hovering above us, a 5 and a 0, and then in between us is a plate of, I'm told, 50 hot dogs.
I don't think there's 50.
Wow.
Are there 50 glizzies here?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, the smell is overpowering.
Yeah.
What a missed opportunity for me.
It smells like boiled.
You know, my whole brand has turned into
You're the hot dog
glizzy.
Yeah.
The hot dog guy.
Yeah.
50 in-house. I can't be there. I'm shooting in Miami.
Joe, if you were here, you would really hop into this pile of glizzies? You would do Scrooge McDuck style and just go head first?
Dive right into it, yes.
Really?
Yes.
There's nothing like the smell of boiled beef in the morning.
Are you guys going to have a Coney Island type contest after we wrap?
After we wrap, we might have to do it right here on camera.
Are you Joey Chestnut or what's
Kobayashi?
Yeah.
You're going to put the liquid death water, dip them in the liquid death and put them down, Welty?
Yeah, I might break out a...
Are any of these, I got to ask for our production crew off camera, are any of these hot dogs vegetarian? Because if any of them are vegetarian, I will eat a hot dog on camera here, on set.
Well, you ate meat at
chicken
at the dinner, so I think that's out the window.
Sorry
to rain on your parade.
Welty calling me out. Will you eat a hot dog?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Do you want to grab one?
Fucking dry.
You just said sure, why not?
Maybe if there
Joe, is he backing out that quick?
If there was mustard.
I don't know. I think. What's wrong? Do you miss me?
Sure.
You wish I was there?
You
don't feel whole?
Yeah, we do miss you. Grab a glizzy.
They're gonna bring mustard.
They're bringing you some mustard.
Yeah,
What a huge. Okay, so again, the occasion here is the 50th. This isn't the 50th episode of this podcast because we've done like 150.
No.
This is the 50th YouTube episode of this podcast.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, huge. I know the fans are waiting for this one.
Yeah, most milestone ever.
I know. Welty, we did just get passed from Offset some French's spicy brown mustard. Does that...
Wait, Offset gave that to you?
Does that sweeten the deal for you at all?
Yeah.
You've never looked... Joe, how unenthused, how nonplussed
Really
does he
unenthused.
look?
Let me tell you, he looks really unenthused.
Looks like
you are not...
Listen.
You are not... condimenting my glizzy.
But hold on, I get it. You know why?
Why?
He had a flight yesterday.
Welty flew yesterday?
I didn't fly anywhere.
He got up this morning. He had an early. He got it. Let me finish. He got up this early. He had a morning shoot, and he went right to the podcast. So that's a reason why he looks tired.
Oh wait.
That was me.
Was Joe.
That was me. Okay.
Oh, the people who
are you
are
guys
listening.
gonna eat?
I still put in more work before
on,
7 a.m.
Oh.
We have to move on. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Weightlifting.
Yeah. Put in more work before 7 a.m. than you've done all week.
Oh.
No, that's not true, though.
No, that's true.
Not true.
That's facts. I did 50 strict handstand push-ups this morning for time.
No, I meant actual work, not weightlifting.
No, that's actual work. That's actual work. That's actual physical strength.
No, I meant
Anyways,
actual
can you
work.
pass the fucking mustard?
I meant actual work, like for like the
pass
company.
The mustard.
Definitely before 7 a.m.
This episode will be remembered not only as the 50th on-video episode and the big
spiciest.
glizzy one, but also the one where our relationship went completely off the rails.
Pass the mustard.
Okay,
dude, stop holding
Look, he looks mad.
No, it's like, honestly, I'm really fucking hungry from working out today.
So why are you so bummed about eating a hot
No,
dog?
I'm not. I'm actually like, I hit a point where like I didn't eat anything because we were planning on this, and like my levels get wonky, and then I'm sitting here next to food, and it's just kind of fucking me up. So
Okay, let him go. Let him go.
Okay. Wait, will you? I wish you would do that closer to the mic so the people listening could hear the ASMR of the
just
spicy
get him.
brown
Just listen.
mustard. Yeah.
Let him guzzle it down. There we go. We need him back. We need
Again,
him back. We have an hour.
If you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, we appreciate you always on that platform. But goddamn it, run to the YouTube and open it up because you will see Matt Welty finally breaking through the wall, getting a little bit deep because he's been working hard today. since
He has.
5 a.m. He's
Yep.
taking that thing down in a couple of
4:30
bites.
a.m.
Are you just going to do the one?
I could probably do more.
Well,
Are you mad you're missing this, Joe?
yeah, I am a little bit, but I could see you guys pretty good. All right, so he's finishing up there. Dunne, you're not going to eat on camera? He took one. Oh boy.
Honestly, what?
Someone get him some liquid to wash that down with, please.
Liquid death? Or no, some non-branded water. He's got a bottle of water next to it, but it has a... he's bringing the branded bottle
There
of
we
water
go.
out.
Are you trying? Okay. All right.
He's trying to hide the logo on the bottle. There's a lot going on. None of it relates to sneakers.
All kidding aside, how we doing? What's going on? What's been going on lately?
I had a nice weekend. I was outside quite a bit. I was playing some table tennis in Tompkins Square Park. I went to the Addison BBQ. Had a nice Impossible Burger off the griddle. Checked out the
I thought you were about to say that you had like jackfruit, like pulled pork or something like that.
Oh
And I
my
was
God, really offend you. I had actually this caused quite a stir in my social media over the weekend. I was drinking out of one of those Garfield McDonald's cups.
I saw that.
And everybody was hitting me with the PSA about the trace amounts of lead in those. People really thought I was going to die off of the Garfield cup.
Is that a known thing that specific cup has it?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of lead in there, but I don't really think it's enough
Who
to take me
recommended
down.
you use? Who recommended you use that
I was at a
cup?
friend's
Did you
house
get-
and they had the Garfield cups.
Okay. Was
But
it
I'm
one of your enemies?
No, my enemies.
Okay.
No, they wouldn't
Okay.
dare.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing. Had a nice milkshake over the weekend. I went hiking. I know we've been talking a little bit off camera about our tendency toward camping.
Yes.
Didn't full on go camping. I know Joe's very versed to camping, as we discussed elsewhere.
Can't do camping anymore.
But I
went once, it
did a
was
nice
rough.
5-mile hike upstate this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, it felt
Nice.
good.
Yeah, I went back to the burbs. Went home. Bayshore. I walked Bayshore Track. I wore the Nike Supreme Zoom Flight 95s all weekend, which I know probably a lot of people don't like, but
I don't like.
Not a
I
good
know.
shoe.
I figure neither of you guys like that shoe, but I really liked it. I wore it for the Key Glock episode. We shot it. Our boy Sergio Santos was there, taking the flicks behind the scenes. You notice how I said I wore the Zoom Flight Supreme 95s just to bring an ounce of sneaker talk
Just
in
like
the first
one mention
10
of
minutes.
one piece
I
of
know
footwear.
we've lost. Listen, we've lost all
Have
the
you
audience
said,
by
Brendan,
now,
not a
but
good
that's
shoe?
okay.
Yeah.
You don't like it, Welty, right?
No, I don't like the bandana print on it.
Okay. All right. I figured. I like wearing shoes that you two don't like, though.
Really? That's like
Yeah.
a mission for you?
No, but I don't mind it at all.
Hey, should we talk about the sneakers we're wearing since
Yes.
we're on the subject and we
Yes.
are briefly talking about shoes here on our sneakers podcast?
Yeah, so I'll go first. You know, we could go right by it. I'm in work mode. I'm in travel mode. I'm wearing the CDG black and white Air Max 95s. I don't even know if we have to do the camera. Sorry, Babs. I don't know if we have to do the zoom in camera, but I'm in work mode every time I do it.
Yes.
The laces are messed up. This has been, the soles are going, but this is the work mode sneaker for me. So that's what I'm in. I'm more interested to see what you guys are wearing.
Welty, what do you got on feet?
I don't think I've worn these on the show yet. Sorry if I have. Everything kind of blends together sometimes. These are the Levi's New Balance 990 V3.
Nice
Ooh,
one.
okay.
I am doing the Eames Reebok Classic Leather, the wood grain pair, which you will see on an upcoming episode of Full Size Run, which will be coming back very, very soon.
Yep.
Not
So-
out when this is out, though, right? We
No,
can't
no,
talk
they
about
got
it
they
yet.
got to wait a little.
Can't spill the
yep,
beans.
Keep the
Okay.
beans. Keep
But
the
you guys
beans
said it
tight
was
for
good.
now.
We could say it was a legend. The
Yes.
premiere has a legend on it.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah, that's a pretty.
NBA Hall of Famer.
Oh, we're going even
Oh,
further.
okay, he's giving a little. Okay, look, he got the glizzy in him, and now he's coming alive all of a
The
sudden.
energy, he's active. Are you gonna
Atta
eat another
boy.
one?
Yeah, let's see another one.
He's grabbing
Okay.
another glizzy. Again, if
Look.
you were listening to the audio, turn
Did
that
you guys,
video on.
Did you guys see? I saw a reel. Well, I don't know if you guys saw it. There's a reel I saw over the weekend where somebody took a hot dog and put it in a mortar and pestle and smashed the hot dog up, the whole thing with the bun and everything, and then formed the hot dog, the bun and like the smashed hot dog
Yeah.
into a glizzy itself,
Whoa.
and then they fried the hot dog,
Yeah.
and then put the smashed hot dog glizzy into another roll. It was
It's like a pimp my ride type of thing.
yeah. I heard you like glizzies, so we put a glizzy inside of a glizzy.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
there he goes. Go
Number
ahead.
2.
What's
I can
going
see
on
his
in
life
sneakers,
meter
though?
filling back up. Sneakers? What?
Yeah, we need to get
You
to
wanna
some
talk about
sneaker talk. No, we definitely need to get to some sneaker talk. I will say though, if we want to peel back the curtain, it's
Yes.
been a little quiet. It's been a little quiet this week, and
Yeah.
it hasn't been quiet in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Which is like funny because we were off,
All out of
not
sync
off, but we
and kind of
exactly.
off schedule, but yeah, shooting this one the
And-
same week. There's some interesting stuff going on. Tyler, the Creator, and Converse just unveiled that new shoe, the 2.0. Do we like that sneaker?
I think I don't like any of Tyler's
Really?
Really?
shoes. No, I don't hate them, but I don't hate them, but I don't like them.
Yeah, I like
me
the
see.
Tyler, the Creator Golf LaFleur 1-star with the flower on the side. That's one that I'm a fan of, the pink one.
I don't think any 1-stars though are like just like a shoe that like I would care to wear.
Yeah,
Like,
I could totally see that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's just
I'm
like
not sure what it would take for Welty to like a 1-star.
Yeah, just not.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this 2.0 pair? Big shrug.
I think the one thing you got a mouthful. The one thing I would say is that I feel like they wouldn't look good on me, but people who wear them, I feel like they always look good on
Me?
on foot. Have you worn them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I don't know if I ever saw you wear them.
But you can imagine how good I would
I've
look.
seen you wear them,
You can imagine the fit.
Maybe at the dinner that I wasn't invited to, it might have been one of those.
but you're a big Tyler fan though, as far as music goes, right?
Yeah, reasonably. Not like huge, but yeah, I listen to Tyler the Creator a decent amount. What else is happening? Air Jordan 37 leaked. Does that do anything for us?
No, not as good as the 36.
Right away.
Yeah, I agree. It's got that weird. Sorry, just looking over and seeing him throw the last piece of glizzy in his mouth. What a treat. It's got that weird Jordan Mellow M9 kind of look to it.
Not a good shoe.
Okay.
No, Jordan Mellow M9.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Air Bacon Jordan that Melo gave away?
Oh, those were sick. Yeah.
36.
Joe, are you a big bacon guy? I feel like I have images in my head of Joe wearing Air Bacons.
Yeah, I wore them recently. You sent me the tweet. I think someone said we got to appreciate me bringing the bacons out. You
That's
sent
right.
it to me.
That's right.
That was
right.
recent.
Yeah.
Hot around
I wore
footwear.
it on the Yaya episode of Sneaker Shopping. But yeah, so Melo did those Air Bacon 36s.
Yeah. Dude, all those 36 PEs and stuff look really good.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
Jordan 36 has been kind of sexy lately.
Shout out to Kelsey Amy, right?
Yeah, the
Doing all
Melody
those-
Asani pair, like
Yes.
the Jason Tatum ones. Like, man, the 36 is a really nice palette.
It's also great that Tatum's in the finals, such like a perfect way to display these 36 player exclusives.
Yeah. What else? What else is happening in sneakers? Anything you guys are excited about? Welty, anything getting you Jimmy's rustled?
I don't think so.
I got to mention a shoe that I'm very excited about. And Welty, I'm surprised you don't seem to be coming with me on this journey, but that Scarab TN?
It's cool. It's just not
Nike
like,
Air Max TN in that kind of coppery colorway?
It's a
2001?
Nice, it's a nice shoe, but it's just like I just don't like. I'm not like gonna run out to buy it. You know.
Joe, will you run out to buy it with me? Are you coming on this journey with me?
It's a big JLP.
What
shoe.
is it?
Nike
Oh,
Air
the
Max TN, the Scarab colorway?
I would do the all blue, the OG. So
Wow.
with that shoe, listen, let me ask you guys. You guys may know better than me. So the all blue was the OG, right? Everyone
Yeah,
knows that.
sunrise,
Blue,
sunset, the orange.
orange.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Purple?
But is it one of the shoes that are always on stock at like Footlocker, or is that a different shade?
I don't see the OGs always on the shelves. I feel like they bring those back every once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a couple. I got like the OG blue with that purple style as well.
You do go in big box retailers sometimes and see them on the shelves, but I feel like the shade of blue is different from the OGs or the
Yeah.
orange. But
Yeah, TNs
so
are everywhere these days.
let's talk about that though, Dunne. You have the floor. What
I don't know. It's just a cool.
What do you love
random,
about that shoe?
It's like that metallic colorway, you know, 2001, just a special colorway for the time, I think, and not of great historical significance, but a shoe that I never thought would come back. You know, I didn't really think anybody was digging through random TN colorways like that and highlighting which pairs to bring back out as a retro. And maybe it doesn't look one-to-one to the original, but, you know, it looks a little bit like the Skepta 97s, which is not the source material for that pair, but it has some overlap with that look, and the Air Tune Max, you know, that same... you know, kind of shiny, bronzy material. I mean, I'm surprised you like the Air Tune Max, right?
I do. I'm saying I don't mind the shoe. It's just
Yeah.
something that I'm not gonna like run out to go purchase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be running to go purchase it.
Yeah.
Let's try to get to a shoe that this guy actually likes.
Good luck.
I got one though.
Okay.
Ronnie's New Balance.
Oh yeah, that's a nice shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice shoe.
Which one is it exactly?
The It is the United Arrows colorway of the 990 V4
Yeah.
that Kanye wore.
You'll be running out to buy those.
Yeah.
Okay. We did it.
Nice.
We did it, Joe.
If I can, yeah,
listen.
we did it, Joe.
Listen. We put you right Saturday morning. You go right in line. You wait in line right on Lafayette Street. You go in. You go to the ice cream treats. You tell them you want the JLP. It's on me, okay? And you get the shoes, okay? We'll document the whole thing.
We need to pay. We need to like pay an intern to like rank the Kith flavors.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Don't because I heard that mine wasn't selling that good. Okay,
wow.
I checked in.
Wait, is he
No, I
doing like
checked
the
in
year-end accounting? And
He must actually have the data, right? Ronnie
Are
Fike
they
must know
threatening to take the JLP off the menu?
whose signature flavors sell better than others.
It's funny, on one of the trips, I was like, hey, not to Ronnie, I think it was to Nick. I was like, hey, how's mine doing? And he kind of gave it like like a delayed reaction. I was like, damn, maybe I should start marketing this. Like, do I have to start do I have to hit the Miami streets and market the JLP or Brooklyn? I was like, where's the heat map for my ice cream? Oh, wait, listen. Somehow we got to 20 minutes already. You know what time it is?
Giving away sneakers?
Yes.
It's time to give away some sneakers.
Okay, here's how this works. As it always works, the rules never change. It's only open to U.S. residents. You can go to ebay.complex.com to submit a question for us to respond to here live on the air. If we answer your question, if we pick out your question, we are going to send you a free pair of sneakers courtesy of the good people at eBay. Again, don't ask us a question in the comments. Don't come to my DMs with the questions. Just go to ebay.complex.com. And hey, you might win a free pair of very special sneakers. We have a pair of sneakers to give away today. I think I know what it is. Welty definitely knows what it is.
Yes.
Let's just pull them out. Let's find out. Should we find out right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Bring them out.
They're all the way back.
They always put a box of sneakers.
You got to do the Odell catch.
Yeah, way behind my chair. So.
And try not to hit the mic. Let's
Yeah,
see if he
imagine
can do
I
it.
fell.
See, if he
Can
can
you
do
get
it.
workers' comp on that?
Yo, if I got workers' comp from falling back to reach a pair of shoes.
Ooh, orange box. Okay. I'm guessing an older Dunk, maybe?
I think so. Mm-hmm. I think I know what this is. Yeah, this is a nice shoe. We are giving away. Ooh, look at that!
Okay.
Look at that fat tongue. Nike SB Dunk Low Richard Mulder, white and blue pair, based on a pair of Nikes. I think that he found in an outlet back in the day.
Tennis classic.
Yeah, just a clean colorway. Colors by series. Again, this is Nike SB history. You're going to hear a lot about Nike SB this year because it's the 20th anniversary of the line, and I mean, this is one of the early, really, really good shoes in my opinion. So we are giving these away, courtesy of eBay and their authenticity guarantee program. You can see the little tab on there. That's how you know they're legit. Mm-hmm. Joe, who are we giving the sneakers away to this week?
So the question is from Daniel Wynn from California. What's your favorite international and/or domestic city to go sneaker shopping in, and why?
Joe, as a man who professionally goes sneaker shopping for a living.
Well, so it's funny you say that. I try to when I'm traveling a lot, I'm probably shooting. Mm-hmm. So I try to avoid the sneaker shops if I'm shooting there because I'll spend hours in there for a trip. But I do like pulling up to like random sneaker stores in like different cities that maybe don't have like the best selection, but it's something I just haven't seen before, just to see like what's out there.
Not the store you already know about or the store you've already heard of, but some other smaller store.
And I think that there's something psychological when you go to those stores and you're just not used to seeing exactly all the shoes you've seen before, and you see like a shoe that like, not that it's unexpected, but the Stray Rats New Balance I saw at this store in Delray. I think the name is Headache Trading Co. And I was like, oh, I need to go back to New York and get that. Or like it was the first time I actually saw it on the shelf. But it's like when you don't go to the stores you're shooting at, it helps me kind of look at the selection from like zoom out of the selection and see what shoes I may want. But favorite city, it's like, it's kind of tough to say when you live in New York and I go to LA a lot. There's a lot of like the stores that everyone's familiar with in those two cities. Mm-hmm. But I guess like I would ask you guys, when you guys are like on vacay or something, are you pulling up to sneaker stores a lot or what?
Yeah, every time. I'm always like, no matter where I am, I could be, in the middle of Cairo, and if we're in a mall and there's a sneaker store there, even if it's nothing special, I'm going to go just to see what the shoes are. So like anytime I'm on vacation anywhere, and it's kind of an annoying thing to the people I travel with, but I'm going to take some time out and try to go see the shoe stores and stuff like that. Just because like, I feel like regionally specific footwear is not as much of a thing as it once was. So to try and find those connections or to try and understand what's different in certain places of the world is still interesting to me. So I am always setting that time aside. I think like the one for me that is still exciting is getting to go to Tokyo and going to spots like Worm or just random vintage shops that have things that are different from the standard shrink wrap dunks that you see like everywhere in every resale shop in America, you know, or even going to like the chain stores out there like Amita or an Atmos, and they don't have that much different stock, but it's just like interesting to see these places that we talk about online a bunch and don't get to physically go to, and just how they present things differently and stuff like that. So for me, Tokyo is the one. And also, yeah, I mean, domestically, like being spoiled living in New York, it's like one of the best places to live and be able to buy sneakers, you know?
Yeah. Actually, I haven't been on vacation in years, but when I used to travel the world, what's a good example?
I feel like when you first were going to the UK, like it was cool for you to get to go to Size and stuff like that.
Going to Size was cool. Just going to regular Footlocker in the UK because they just sell different stuff.
Yeah.
Like you said, is cool. I think I'm trying to think, you know, it's oh man.
Was there ever like a sneaker shop that you were seeking out that was like, you know, a place you'd heard about for a long time and you finally got to go in person for the first time?
I mean, like I remember like going to like Foot Patrol for the first time, and that was
London.
Yeah, and that was cool. But I feel like in modern day, it's like going to IRL sneaker stores is like sometimes like a bit of like a letdown to some extent. Like it's just not the same feeling as it used to be when like you'd walk in and you didn't know what was there.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like you walk in and you're like, oh, like you don't have the shoes that everyone wanted because they're all sold out.
Right. Less likely to buy something.
I remember going to a store called Tennis in Bergen, Norway. They had a bunch of like Adidas models that were like 10 years old that were still sitting on the shelf.
Oh, really? Was it a resale shop?
No. It was just a retail store. But the problem is that the Norwegian kroner is like super expensive.
Dude, you will empty your bank account quick on that brown cheese, man.
Yeah, it's very expensive in Norway to buy shoes. So
you weren't like compelled. You didn't come close to buying anything?
No, because it was like shoes that were like $110 or like $179, and you're kind of like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, there's the one that I really want to get to. Dunne is Truest.
Yeah, in Hawaii for sure.
Like an experience, you know, that's probably like an experience.
Yeah. So thank you for the question, Mr. Wynn. You are getting these SB Dunk Low, Richard Mulder. As you can see, authenticity guaranteed. And hey, if they're not your size, you can sell them right back on eBay because they offer that too.
We touched on the Jordan 36. And I think, Dunne, you kind of had the point that 2022, big retro coming that a lot of people are talking about. I think people are already dissecting the uppers and the leathers and like, is it cracked leather?
This Jordan 1 1985 Chicago pair.
Yes.
To me, this is one of the more exciting sneakers of the year. I mean, like, there's not that much stuff I'm looking forward to buying, but I don't know, like a 1985 style, you know, reimagined. We'll see how good the shape is and, you know, how much they tweak it. But like a Chicago Jordan 1 with Nike Air on the tongue, I'm buying that every time, you know? I feel like Joe is buying 2 pairs.
Definitely. You know, I think it's always 18 months out, like design comes back, right? Or the design is thought of. It's always, it seems like 18 months. But like the older 85 Jordan 1s, like Last Dance era, like it seems that now is kind of like the perfect time. Like we're out of the pandemic, there was such a big trend of old Jordan 1s. Right. Jordan 1s in general, but really the OGs, we saw like people going back, and even like someone like Curated Van and Yachty having all those Jordan 1s and it becoming a thing now seems like a really good time for them to retro kind of like a Chicago 1 in the 85 style.
Although I don't like that crackled leather on the upper, but
that's weird.
Still.
To me, that's weird to do.
Yeah.
I know it sets it apart from like previous retros.
Yeah.
I will say that I do think that when they look back in 5 years, people are going to say that was a mistake.
Doing the crackled leather on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when have people ever liked the faux vintage stuff?
I don't think it's even the faux vintage. I just think sometimes there's, you know, it happens in all sorts of businesses, not just sneakers, where someone makes a decision to make something different just kind of for the sake of it. And then kind of in retrospect, they're like, oh, shucks, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I think that it's pretty easy to say that putting crackled leather on a Chicago Jordan 1 was, why did you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't love it, but also I feel like we're in an era where we're super spoiled with Air Jordan 1s and kind of Air Jordan retros in general. I feel like we can talk about some of the hits and misses of the past like 15 years, because I do feel like Jordan retros, the stuff we're getting now is like better than it ever was. You know, we're in this era of like new shapes. And,
well, I wouldn't say just Jordan retros.
Yeah.
I would say that in the totality of retro footwear, the industry itself has gotten much better. Because if you think like, yeah, retros have happened for a while, but the idea of like real retro footwear didn't really start to like the early 2000s for the most part.
Right.
Obviously, people are going to say, oh, you know, Air Jordan 4s released in 1999, you know, but retro as a whole wasn't as big of a business as it was. So then like 2004, 2005, 2006, when they kind of went retro crazy, or the industry started to heat up with the idea.
Especially with Jordans.
Yes, especially with Jordan, but just retro in general, where Nike's like retroing like the Air Max Light and, you know, all these like random shoes that they're bringing back from the archives. And if you look at a lot of those shoes from the era, they're like not really that good.
Yeah.
You have fond memories of them, but you look back and like the shapes on a lot of these shoes are funny. It's almost like someone had an idea of what the shoe was, but didn't really know how to one-to-one to create a retro replication of it.
Yeah. I mean, and even think of like Jordan 1s in that era. Like there was such a dark age for Jordan 1s where there was this like long period.
Mids.
Yeah, you know, like, and all the Jumpman branded stuff that like nobody ever wanted like Jumpman on their Jordan 1s, but they did it for forever.
You know, like the Jordan 1, was it like the 60 plus pack or whatever, where it had like the Chicago, was it Chicago? No, the bread ones and like the Celtic ones, and they had the Jumpman logo on them, and I sold so many pairs of those. Out the back door.
Out the back door?
At Footlocker. No,
you said out the back door?
Footlocker.
Kind of, yeah.
What do you mean?
We just had so many of them and they wouldn't sell. So we like
They dropped to like $59.99.
No, what happened is that so at that time not every store got retro Air Jordans. It was only for like larger or like what the company deemed like urban accounts at the time. So the allocation wasn't spread out evenly. So it's like some stores would get stacked with retro product, and other stores would get zero. And if a shoe didn't sell, it was such a concentration of all of it, you know, so it was harder to move through the items.
Okay.
No, what was happening, so what would happen is like, say it was, to be honest, Welty, and you could agree or disagree, but say it was like a Celtic colorway that wasn't selling in New York, but in Boston it was like killing it. The managers would just say, yo, ship me all the green and white ones you have, and like it would just flow to the area where it was selling, and people, it would just, the store that it wasn't selling would liquidate it, and then the store that was blowing through would just keep replenishing.
I think more so back then, I guess what I'm getting at is like the stores in like, say if there's a Footlocker in Jersey City, they would get the product, but like the suburban stores wouldn't have
any access.
No, they wouldn't get stock with retro Jordans at the time, and like I think that's since changed where it's just like all stores get it, obviously, whatever. But so either way, at that time I was working at what the company deemed a more like urban account store. Like it was in like right outside of Boston, and so we'd get a lot of retros. And at that time, that was during the recession, so Jordans weren't selling anyways. Sneakers weren't selling anyways because it was just like
2008, 2009,
2000, like early 2010 maybe, like 2009. And we had so many of those and nobody wanted them. So what we would do is the employee appreciation events would come up, and it would be 50% off. You know, and you had like an allotment of how much you were allowed to use. I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000 pre-discount that you could
spend on.
That could be swiped through your employee identification number.
Okay.
So people like resellers would come in. They knew that we had like all the packs, but they would be like, "Hey, like you know what? I'll give you like $80 if you sell me like 10 of these on your discount," because they knew when the employee appreciation weekend was, and I was like, "But they weren't selling
ourselves."
But they weren't selling
You
anyways.
put an insole in those? You put an insole in those?
No way.
I think sometimes though I made them like buy like a cleaner or something, or maybe buy.
So you were getting paid on the side?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Brave admission here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
No. I'm glad.
But we definitely used to do that to try and get rid of it, you know, because the
Clear
stuff
the
just
stock
wasn't,
out.
it wasn't selling and
Yeah.
people.
You know what? It's funny you say that because that era, or maybe right after, like that was probably when I was buying Jordans the most, because like I was in college during the recession and I just had like a bunch of student loan money where I was like, look, I'm just gonna spend all this money on sneakers.
Well, I think it heated up right after that as well. Like you have like 2008 to like 2010, where also there wasn't a lot of retro product to begin with, because that's the era when Jordan shifted towards doing the countdown packs.
Yeah.
So they weren't doing a lot of like one-off retros. I think there was like they retroed the Olympic 7s at the time with like the
For the love of the game logo on it.
Yeah. But there wasn't like a lot of just regular retros. Yeah. So and they were doing fusions back then. They were doing true flights back then.
Joe, were you buying a lot of Jordans in that era?
Like 2011.
Yeah, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011.
I'm trying to look.
It was like the Jordan 6.
That Jordan 6 era was heavy.
The Jordan 6 had come back out. They
Black
did the
varsity red,
Black varsity,
white varsity red,
white varsity red, and they did like the actual infrared
pack. Yeah. But and I feel like that was like right before we started to get like Nike Air on the back again. I think the infrared pack, did those pairs have Nike Air on the back? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm not 100% sure.
I got to look that up. But
so I don't think, they didn't, because the first time that the black infrared 6 got retro with the Nike Air on the back was like the after 2012, like 2014, 2015, whenever that shoe came out. But
sorry, I'm looking it up just to ease my memory.
I was about to say then like post like 2011 is when I feel like Jordan retro started to really heat up.
Yeah.
Because that's when you had like, you already had like the sneaker craze building, because you had all of the Jordan 11 releases.
Mm-hmm.
You had Concord, Cool Gray, Space Jam.
Yeah.
You had the Foamposite stuff heating up. You had LeBron heating. That's like when Footlocker, Nike basketball was on fire.
Yeah.
You had Wolf Gray 5s.
But even like I feel like we were getting treated
was such a big shoe, Wolf Gray 5s.
I remember buying that shoe. I remember that fondly. But even around then, there were a lot of good OG colorways coming out, and like again,
the 3s came.
White cement 3s. I have so many like fond memories of going to the Valley River Center in Eugene, Oregon, and like going to Footlocker at 7 a.m. and just like waiting out with a bunch of dudes for 3 hours in order to get your hands on a pair.
Definitely was at a store when I saw every single pair of that get backdoored.
What? The white cement 3s?
Yes, every single pair of that got backdoored.
To one person?
Yes.
Can you?
I think I may have. I don't know if I think I maybe had mentioned it on the podcast before. There was a guy who was like a gym teacher who used to sell baseball cards, who came in and was trying to get in on the sneaker reselling game, and I wasn't involved in it, but I was just there.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to open. I used to work at Footlocker in Brunswick Square Mall, but there was a Foot Action at the time, and the manager at the time, and I may be ratting people out, but like, whatever. Dude, this is
Never stopped you before.
They were like, "Hey, I want you to cover the store for me," and I was like, "Okay, I don't even work at this store, but I used to be assistant manager, so I know how to run the register."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, but there's a sneaker release that morning, and I'm just going to show up for the hour in the morning." And I'm like, "Okay, that's kind of weird. Why do you want me to cover your store if you're going to come in for the sneaker release?"
Yeah.
I show up, and I walk in seeing this like kind of like nerdy like white dude who's a gym teacher buying every single pair of the white cement 3s.
Wow.
And then I think we get though in like 2012, you get a really good one, black cement Jordan 4.
Dude, and those white cement 4s from that year. But the thing is, like, I was so hyped to finally get those shoes because a lot of those were grails to me. And I still kind of want to go back and have like the 1999 pairs, even though those will crumble on you immediately. But even thinking about this idea about the quality of retros through the years, if you go back and you look, like the things we were content with back then look bad by comparison. Like that white cement Jordan 4 from that year compared to the Nike Air one we got years later. Like the gray is so much better, and of course the correct branding on the back.
Well, you go to like 2006, like when the military blue 4s came out, and like the paint on the midsole like cracked. Same with the fire red 3s that had come out that year that had the Jumpman logo on the back. Like everyone's pairs, there was something weird with the foam where like, you know how like a Nerf football kind of like expands like the foam on it and it cracks?
Yeah.
That's like the same thing that happened to the foam on the midsole of the fire red 3s.
You breaking down the science for us? Are you a science guy?
Bill Nye.
Yeah. The other thing is like, though, I think you said white cement 3s 2013.
Yeah.
It's funny. It was such an error. Like I'm looking on the Instagram, I literally have the white cement 3s on top of the Cudi cover because like the black and red is when he's like in the blood.
Yeah.
And it's like such an error. But even looking through like my own thing, it literally goes like this in terms of I think like good and bad shoes.
Up and down.
And yeah, like listen, the Crimson Jordan 3s. Do you remember those with like the infrared?
Yeah, that's not a good.
Like-
or like the Joker Jordan 3.
Yeah, but I wore those black Crimson Jordan 3s so much. And then and then you start getting to, 2013, Grapes
Premium
came
Pete.
out.
No, like Premium Pete.
Oh, God.
There's like a lot
What?
of like fear pack, like Jordan 3s and
3, 4, 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Fear Pack 4s were good.
Fear Pack was okay. What were you going to say, Joe?
The White Grape 5s, 2013,
Didn't you guys have a disagreement about this?
Yes.
he was just lying. And lying
Okay,
is a sin.
Hold on.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Hold on. What
No,
is
I'm
the
not.
disagreement between you about the Grape Jordan 5s? And then afterward, I want to say my piece on the Grape Jordan 5. But let's hear
So
it.
we're doing.
But I also have one on the other color, but go ahead, Welty.
we're doing-
This is
Okay.
false, but go ahead.
No, this is 100% true. We were doing the.
I'll be the judge of that. I'm the
we were
only
doing.
unbiased party in his.
We did the 50 best sneakers of 2013,
Jesus.
and there was. If you look back at it, I'll be honest with you, it's probably one of the worst lists that Complex has ever put together.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
wow,
just like
here it is.
you just
Airing everything out
It's
today.
very bad. Like the America Westgate, a skate shoe, made the 50 best sneakers of the year list.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm looking
Okay.
at
How
it.
does the Grape 5 factor into all this?
Okay, so we're sitting there and we're like, I had to print out all the shoes that we're going to discuss, and
Okay.
I was like, and everyone, and I'm putting it together, and I'm like the young man on the totem pole at the time, and there's like a bunch of senior people who were like, nah, screw that shoe, screw that. Like I'm like, yeah, but this one's pretty good. They're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And
Yeah.
you're getting like dismissed by like all these like senior editors
Taking
and like
orders from Russ Bankson.
yeah, and also other
Oh,
people who
God.
whatever. But
Just go.
so, and I was like, yeah, but
Taking a
what
couple
about?
side shots
It
here
wasn't
and
like
there.
there was no real like science of like these are like the preliminary shoes and these are great, so these have to like be on it, or like discussing it through like some sort of document where you can kind of like,
Yeah.
actually pick. It was just like everyone would like big homie you and be like, nah. It'd be like on the spot, nah. And I was like, yeah, Joe, but what about the White Grape 5s? Those came out this year. They have to be on the list, and you're like, not even close.
Wow. Joe
Did they
La
make the
Puma
list?
told you
No.
that the Grape 5 was not
See,
one of the 50 best sneakers. What year
I'm
was
gonna
it?
counter
2013?
that.
2013.
Why would I post it on my Instagram?
I don't know.
always
Joe's
heavily
holding up his
curated.
phone,
I don't know, but I
I
showing
heavily
a photo
curated.
of the Grape Jordan 5 from that year.
Grapes at Jumpman 23, May 4th, April 25th, 2013. Why would I say that? That's
don't know.
That's why I
But
would
why,
disagree.
but why'd you tell me that then?
I don't know if I said that. I don't think I did. However, I'm looking at this list. They're not on this list, and they should be. So, okay? Okay. Listen, I don't
And
think
he's
that I said
blaming
that.
you.
You shouldn't just blame me, though. Okay, so, wow, number 43. So, just for the record, though,
Yeah.
once we have time to prepare and we're not crazy, we are going to maybe go through some of these lists
And
and
redo them?
critique them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, or just like the biggest misses.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
43, Supreme Nike Flyknit Lunar 1, which should be that shoe's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
The Grape 5 isn't on here. There is some.
There's some random
Some-
shoes.
some-
Listen,
regrettable
number
decisions.
35, Margiela Converse Jack Purcell. No, that shouldn't be on there,
I
right?
liked those. I have a pair.
But
Not better than the Grape 5, though. Man, I wish I had. Yeah, Grape 5. That was an interesting shoe, too, because what was the first retro? 2006?
That was a huge release. I remember being on Nike Talk at the time, and there was a mall, I want to say, in like San Jose or something like that, where there was like almost like a riot happening for that shoe.
Yeah. Remember how long people were talking about there being a Grape Laney pack, the two of them packaged together that never happened?
Well, the Grape 5, it's like just for, historical references, it's like it was the shoe worn by Will Smith in
Yes.
The Fresh Prince, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
in that early 2000s sneaker retro era,
Yeah.
I would say was so heavily influenced by not just Will Smith or whatever, but just kind of early 90s
yeah, nostalgia.
culture
Okay.
to begin with.
I don't know who said that, but I would agree with you now, looking back. I'm not claiming that. I would agree with you. But real quick, and we don't have to discuss every shoe. Can I just read the top
Yeah.
10?
Are we still on? We're still randomly on
Yeah,
the
no, that's funny.
50
It's funny.
best
Just-
No, I
shoes
want to
of
read the top 10,
2013?
though.
It's funny.
I want to
funny.
read the top 10, 2013, because this list. Number 10, Atmos Nike Air Max 1.
Okay, shoe.
Number 9, Bape Undefeated Adidas Original ZX 5000. You love that shoe.
Fine shoe.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Wait, which
I'm
Atmos
agreeing.
Air Max one? Which Atmos Air Max
Like
one?
It's
those
camo,
the camo,
shiny camo.
That
Air
it's
Max
black.
1?
It's black.
Yeah.
It has like the tiger camo that has the actual
Yeah.
like suede on it.
I do not remember that shoe at all. Wow. My
Okay,
brain is
number
fucking
8, Soul
toast.
Collector, Nike Air Zoom, Gary Payton, the glove.
Yes.
Okay, number 8. Number 7, Nike LeBron 10, the cork. Fine. It's a good
Can't
shoe.
be mad at that.
Yeah.
Number 6, Ronnie Feig, New Balance 1600 Daytona. A little high or
A
good?
little high.
Maybe
Okay.
a shoe that,
I
maybe a
bought
shoe that
that
was
shoe.
good at the time, but
I
maybe
bought that shoe with my own money.
out of his collabs, maybe didn't age the best out of all of them.
Although he's flipping that colorway on the 990 before, and
which
it
I'm
looks great.
excited for.
It looks great.
Which I'm excited for.
Number 5, Concepts, New Balance 998 C-Note. 5?
Okay, shoe at the time, but
No.
maybe
A
not.
young Matt Welty in the meeting, making a stand and getting them in the top 5. Number 4, Nike HTM Flyknit Chukka. Score 1 for the boys. Pretty good, right?
This isn't the worst list ever.
Exactly. Number 3, Air Jordan 3, White Cement 88. Yes.
Dude, I still that's one retro Jordan from the past like 15 years that I still want, and I never was able to get. And those were hard to get back
Really?
then. And then years later, they did the pair with the clear sole instead. I still don't have a White Cement Jordan 3 with Nike Air in the back. Yeah, I need to track those down.
Number 2.
I love this blurb. Sorry, hold on, don't say. I love this blurb real quick. Most people thought Jordan Brand bringing back the original Nike Air logo on its retros would never happen again. But in commemoration on the 1998 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, the White and Cement Retro Jordan 3 released Sans Jumpman on the heel tab, fulfilling a lot of Jordan purists' dreams. Okay.
See, I mean, again, like, just to take it back to this for a second, that thing of Nike Air coming back, like people, you know, we waited so long for that to happen. Like that was such a special thing, and we're so spoiled by it now. We're like,
Yes.
I won't even buy a Jordan colorway usually unless it's an original with the original
Well, I
branding
wish
on
like
it.
with that like Neapolitan one that originally had come out this year,
Yeah.
that like the woman's colorway
Yeah.
that has the Jumpman logo on the back. I'm like, that'd be such a great Jordan if it had the.
Nike Air.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of, and maybe I'm
I wish Mocha
a
3s
purist
always
like
had.
this, but I'm kind of the mind that you still should only put the
I
Nike
get
Air
what you're
on the
saying.
OG
I get what you're
colorways.
saying.
You know.
I get what you're saying.
Sorry,
Anyways,
we're
Number
still in
2
the
real
middle
quick.
of 2013.
LeBron
Yes, number
11.
2. 2 quick ones. Nike LeBron 11. Yeah. How do you feel
Okay.
about that?
I mean,
At number 2, fine.
people gassed that shoe up at the time, but end up not aging well.
King's Pride. I think I bought 2 pairs. This is how psycho I was in this era, buying every random shoe. I had 2 pairs at retail of the King's Pride Nike LeBron 11.
All right.
Good
Number
looking
one-
shoe.
number one
oh,
shoe
sorry, excuse
to
me.
bring it back to
Yeah,
Jordan Retro.
sorry. Get back to 2013. Oh,
Wow.
Nick's Air Jordan 1 High.
No.
Royals.
Royal
ones.
Royal Ones. Listen, this guy, it's a pretty good list. I don't know what happened with the Grape conversation, but we ended up pretty strong on this list. But sticking on the Grape, though, I do want to talk about a shoe that I really had high hopes for. I think
Okay.
in the office we had high hopes for.
Okay.
We're talking about, I don't want to say worst retros, but we're talking
The
about
best
shoes
and the
that
worst retros of the past 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
we're talking like that really didn't age well, and that I feel like was super excited. I remember I was just like, I think I was like probably being like, hey, when are these? When do you think you'll have these? Blah blah blah.
You were sweating people for them.
The Black Grape 2013s, and I'm not committing to saying that the white grapes I kept off the list, but I probably would be like, oh, now that they're black, I'll definitely wear
Wait.
them. That I could see me saying.
Hold on. Did the Black Grape Jordan 5 make the 50 best sneakers
No,
of 2013
no,
list over the
no.
actual OG style
didn't.
Grape Air
It
Jordan 5?
didn't.
Because that would be a fucking travesty that you would need to
It didn't.
apologize for right now.
No, I know it didn't. It didn't. Let me double check. Yikes.
Control
it didn't.
F on that thing.
It didn't. But that one aged really bad, and it was like
That was the cheap fake suede
What-
on
so,
the
like-
upper right, the
Do
new
you
bug.
know what shoe's even worse than that? Those what the fives.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I see that shoe, it's just like there's something about it that just makes me cringe a little bit.
Let me ask you guys this.
Okay.
On arrival, do you know that the Black Grape 5 is not a good shoe?
I
Like,
liked
back
the Grape.
then-
I
liked-
thought maybe it would
I
be
liked that
big.
shoe.
I thought it'd be big. You know, it's a Grape 5. Flip it to black. You know.
Yeah, maybe it would look better in leather. I remember going into Supreme at the time, and I think one of the guys working there maybe had an early pair or something like that, and it looked good. I feel like I might have tried to buy the Black Grape 5 when it came out. That was 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I say instantly what one of the worst Air Jordan retros of all time is?
Go.
Please.
Do the right thing threes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those don't need to exist. And the Spiz likes to match?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, those are not good. The blue with the yellow, not good.
Yeah.
Another one that I bought the red leather infrared 6s.
The infrared 23 colorway, right?
Yeah, that's
Is
a
that what it
surprising
was?
one.
Yeah, I think that was
That
when
was one of
Jordan
those
Brand was
shoes
going
from
hard
the
with that
era
stuff.
of the Jordan restocks.
Yeah.
Yes, the Retro 6 infrared 23. I know why I bought them.
Tell
I
us.
bought them because I think Cudi wore them, and I saw him in a picture.
It's
and I
just
got
that simple.
them. I'm just being honest.
No, we
If
appreciate
we're
it.
being honest.
That whole 2011, 2012 era when like the 13s came back out, those were huge.
Yeah, I remember.
the
Yeah.
playoff 13s, the black 13s.
Yep. What else was around
Okay,
that era?
where do we fall on these? December 21st, 2013, ending the year with a bang. Gamma 11s.
Not with
rough,
a bang,
right?
but with a whimper.
A rough
I still
one,
think that's
but
the
I think
worst
another one
Jordan
at the time people were going after, and
I mean, it's
you
just
don't
the
really
Jordan
see
11.
them.
People are
well,
gonna
the
go
Jordan
after it no
11s just
matter what.
became a tradition at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah,
you know?
it was like
And
automatic.
It's funny because you look back at like, you know, you talk about quality on retros over the years, and you look back at those the cool grays or like the Concords from that era, and there's something weird with the shoes where like the shoes don't yellow, they like rust. The see-through, the clear translucent sole on both of those shoes, you can tell it's that one because it's like the heel piece is like brown.
Cloudy.
No, it's like it looks like a rust stain underneath.
Instead of the piss yellow, they got the poo-poo brown.
Yeah, but it's
wow.
but it's not
Sorry.
like it's not consistent. It's not consistent. It'll be like one splotch, like on a piece of the outsole.
Yeah.
Just strange.
I want to hear more about like you guys. What, you know, Welty, you never bought any, so but like you definitely done. Do you have any that like you total were like I
mean, I remember how hard all those Nike Air Jordan 1s were to get when they first started doing those again, and that was so exciting. You know, the Royal pair that year. I think the Knicks pair was maybe that around that same era.
Yeah.
You know, that was a big one. Or the black patent leather with the gold accents that they did for Jordan Brand Classic. Like, I wanted all those Jordan 1s in that era, but they were too hard to get.
Remember was it the Knicks or was it Cavs colorway Jordan 4?
Yeah.
Dude, that was big.
You want to know?
I think
you
that
know
one
the
held
most
up pretty good though.
You know the most
Fine
infamous
shoe.
moment in that shoe, Joe?
I have no idea where he's
remember
going.
this. I don't though. What is it?
50 Cent throwing out the pitch at the Mets
Nice.
game.
Oh,
Mets
he was
game.
wearing those?
Yeah, but his pitch, I think he threw out left-handed, and it just goes.
Those held up though. I think those held up. That's a good shoe.
It's fine. Some of the worst, and this may be and I maybe said it on here before, but my least favorite Jordan retro ever
What?
in terms of new colorways. It's just like, why does this exist? J2K Air Jordan 7s with the triangular patches on them.
Oh, those are the worst.
Joe's looking them up right now, and I'm glad that you don't have an image of that shoe in your head because it would be a traumatic one.
Do you know what some of the
that
best
sneaker does not
What
need to
was
exist either. of those.
this?
There was a
What
Jordan
was
1
it?
of the same style too. There was never really any explanation that I can remember. It was back when they would just upload a whole season's worth of images of the new Jordans on the Jordan
Just
website.
brown
Some
and
of the
navy
best-
blue.
Ooh.
Yeah, some of the best I think
Weird
retro
one.
Jordan product though over the years, and I don't know why they discontinued it. Was the bin?
Bin 23 was
Yes.
all hits.
Yes.
Everything in Bin 23 was good. Bin 5s, the
Yes.
Bin 2s is
Bin
still...
twos,
Ooh.
great shoe.
Yes.
Bin 7s, you know, like I don't even like Jordan 7s that much, but that Bin 7, that was a big Angel Diaz shoe. I remember Angel
Yeah.
wearing the Bin 7 a lot.
How did you feel about? I know Dornbecker's like maybe like not like
The threes?
lost a little bit of its luster as like
Yeah.
the years have gone on
Yeah.
a little bit, but the early on Dornbecker,
Dude,
All
Dornbecker
red
6s?
threes. All
The
red
six-
threes.
the three
Those
for
were
you,
huge.
yeah.
those were huge. The 4s, I was never a big fan of that,
That was a
shoe,
cool
but people
shoe.
like that
Big,
one.
that's big.
The Superman.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
shoe.
a big one.
What
Yes,
about the
Dornbecker
Dornbecker ones? Do you like those? The
no,
pat-
not
let me
really.
see.
I kind of always liked that shoe. The patent. I would never wear
Cool
it.
looking shoe, but I never wanted it.
It's like that palm tree looking patent leather high top.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Dornbecker 6s was always the one that I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dornbecker
I wore
fours.
a lot
I
of
think.
Jordan 6s in
Yeah.
college, man. Yeah,
Those were big.
that varsity
You and Steven
moment.
Victor.
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think of what other Jordan retros from the past 20 years stick
Well,
out.
then we get to 2015. We get to Oreos, which well documented. I think those were a great retro.
yeah,
Pebble-
you
like,
single-handedly
Bought
made
a
that
pair.
shoe a success.
I do want to go back real quick because I zoomed in on the Chicago 22, the Jordan 1. That
Yeah.
black collar being vintaged out.
Yeah.
Not that's not great.
You're not here for that.
What about? Oh, I know you had the original Joe, or like the first retro or whatever it was. But when they I think they retroed the Olive 9s again,
Yes.
like in the 2010s, and that shoe like went really quick, and I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I think all of nines
Love
will
that
always
shoe.
move like that.
Love that shoe.
It bears mentioning here too, because we talked a little bit about like the LS colorways and when they started really first going
What about
hard
the LS5s?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
When they first started going hard on that type of stuff in the 2000s, like olive Jordan 5s, I will always campaign for that sneaker
Well,
to come
burgundy.
back. I wanted burgundy 5s, like mist blue Jordan 4s. I know people probably hate a lot of these, but like those were things where like when I was first getting into Jordans, where I would go up and look on Flight Club and be like, man, this is $400. I'll never ever own something like this.
Because there's some stuff like that, that has like a sweet spot. Green bean 5s, obviously, Joe.
No, green bean.
No, but then there's other weird stuff that came after that, where
green
there's
bean
like
5s are not good.
those like like powder blue 3s.
Yeah, I barely
Green bean
remember that
5s.
one. You like green bean 5s, Joe?
No, but my friend
Thank you.
loved my friend. We drove from Bayshore to basically Green Acres Mall looking for the olive Jordan 5s, and it's the
Good
same
shoe.
friend. It's the same friend who
Yes.
Yes, we know.
spray paint thought that the green bean spray. Also, he texted me recently
No,
when
tell
they
the
came
whole
out.
story, because I don't know if we've ever told the whole story out here before.
So my old manager, we had a lot of sales tactics that we've talked about, like the insoles and things like that.
Or
but,
backdooring shoes.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't. No.
No. Welty said
backdooring.
that. Welty
Yep.
said that.
So the funny thing is that my manager, like when we'd have to make the day, Welty, you remember making the day? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're $200 away.
Yeah,
from
anyone who
the
walked
day.
into the store, it's like, hey, just so you know, any sneaker you want right now, 20% off.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
oh
it
yeah.
Just
wasn't
to hit
that-
the quota for the day.
It wasn't that, but sometimes my friends would come visit me at Finish Line, and they like, you're surrounded by sneakers and like you're selling them, and like, there's $130 to make the day. I remember selling
Dude, worst.
this kid in the Jordan Mellow 5.5, the white and Carolina one,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like sitting, but I remember it was like still regularly priced, and I was like, you need these.
Hard sell for no particular
And like
reason.
he bought them, and he always brings up like, yo, remember when you had to make the day and you sold me the white and Carolina?
Oh, you sold them to your
Carmelo?
friend?
Yeah, it was my friend.
Oh,
But this
no.
is the same friend. This is the same friend that thought the 3M green beans were spray painted on because he read it
was
on Nike
sucker born
Talk, and
every
we
night,
just
right?
continued. We continued the joke. But yeah,
No, yeah, there was
But
nothing
yeah,
worse
great
than
era.
like you would get like if you had to make the day by like $120
Yes.
of your sales
Tough.
quota,
Mm-hmm.
and you missed it because it's like one pair of shoes. It's like there's obviously one sale that you missed at the
Yes.
time. So
Okay.
you're better off missing the day by like $800 than you
Oh, they're
were
being right
He's
next
right.
to the threshold.
right next to it, because it's like you missed a sale, like you couldn't like be like, hey, we have this out back, like buy this instead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd stand out front
He's
if
right.
there was like 30 minutes left, like people walking
right.
by, because we had like a
You'd be like a carnival barker out
no,
there.
no,
Yes.
because we had a military
car wash.
We had a
car
military
wash guy.
Spinning the sign?
I don't know if they still
Yeah.
do it, but we had a military
Welty, you're right.
discount that we could use for like
wouldn't
people,
do
if people
that.
had military identification.
That's
but it was,
stolen valor.
yeah,
You would
Well,
let
we wouldn't do
non-military
that.
people use the military
it
discount?
was code 69.
Wow, you're breaking
Nice.
all the secrets today.
But we would be like, hey, any shoe you want. People not even coming to the store, just standing out front. Hey, any shoe you want, 20% off right now. And
But you have to buy insoles.
Oh, wow. We wouldn't do that, but it would be like the mall was closed. Basically, we would keep the gate, halfway open. If
Oh,
just like
interesting.
just like, listen, if it was like, we would close out the registers,
Yeah.
or we were filling the wall. Say we had to fill the wall and there was a lot of holes, we would keep the store open, and
Just the
hopefully that
hopes.
someone would come in and make the day, and like we would keep sometimes like 10:30. But yeah, that last $150 was
Dude,
so
the
key.
worst was if it was like $100 or less, and you didn't want to get an angry email
Oh, I could see where you're going with this.
from your district manager. You would buy a pair
Yeah.
of shoes or put them on layaway under your name or a fake name.
Yeah.
And then when you'd get there in the morning, you'd start the day off with a return.
Oh my! You would return the same shoe that you just bought the day before to
Yes.
make this. Wow, the amount of fraud.
Welty, you are right. If you missed it by like $2,000 or $800, it was way better than missing it by $50.
Yes.
Because there's no way
And
in
then-
that situation where the manager could say you didn't.
Yeah, it's like that's your
do your
fault.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I don't know, Welty, were you ever a manager? Because when you did make the day, people would send all the district stores, because it's like all
Yeah,
on
we had to
one
send
email.
we had to send an email. We had to send an email to the
made the
district
day.
manager. Yeah.
Made the day, all caps, and like some people got super cocky with it. Not me though.
I love this. No matter where we go on this podcast, we always end up back at a Footlocker
The one
in
that
Central
someone brought up
Jersey
to me.
in
This is the last thing I'm going to
2005.
say. Then we're going to go back to.
No, wherever.
So the one that someone brought up the other day when we were talking about like insoles and stuff,
Yeah.
that I totally forgot about,
Yeah.
was for Footlocker. It was SWAT, and it
Okay.
was sell what's available today.
Okay, I thought SWAT was another fake military discount
No.
you were giving to people.
No,
Like if you're part of the CIA
yeah, I
Special
remember that
Forces
SWAT.
team, you get an extra
SWAT,
extra
but
10% on top.
that was a Footlocker.
So,
like mantra.
sorry, what is it again?
Sell what's available today.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand.
Like if someone comes in the store and you don't have the shoe, you can just sell them something. Sell what's available today. Like
Okay.
if they want to come in and they want a pair of Stan Smiths and we don't have their size, try and
Sell something else.
Sell them a superstar.
If they come in with a
But
printed
that's
out
like- but
picture of
that's
the
fine.
South Beach LeBron,
Yeah, but
hey, you
that's
better sell
fine.
them something.
No, it is, but I'm just saying I
Yeah.
totally it was like one of those unlocked memories
Yeah.
that happened to me.
So a perfect example of SWAT, and I want you guys to look this up.
We were doing
So-
a different kind of SWAT in my day.
No. So listen. No. This is a perfect example of SWAT, and me and Rudy Calderon of
Yeah,
Yao
man,
Ming
it's
fame
so
always
awful.
talk about
Yeah,
this.
Everybody say it
But
together.
I want you guys to look this up. If there wasn't a white-on-white Air Force One available, which they always sold out in the summer, there was a shoe called the Nike Ace 83.
I remember that shoe. Well, at Foot Locker,
When I-
we had
Core
we had-
performance, takedown type of
What-
thing.
we had
No,
the Nike
so we
Air
would be like,
Prestige.
listen,
Yep.
there's no Air Force One, but we have these Ace 83s. We sold so many of these.
How dare you?
So
How
many of these.
dare you?
They blew
The
out of
Ace
it. That was like the
83.
sell what's available today. Nike
this
Ace
is
83.
some of the most offensive footwear there is. You know, the diet version. I see European tourists all the time in New York with the superstars that are like the takedown version of the Adidas superstar. It's not the actual
Guys,
one.
we
Those
blew
are
out
the
of
we have
those.
McDonald's at home.
Exactly.
We blew out of those.
And how much was the Ace 83 at retail? Because I'm sure these are like $25 cheaper than an Air Force One, right?
Definitely cheaper. Definitely cheaper. They came in a bunch of colors, and we kept getting more colors in because we were selling so many of them.
Dude, there's even a black and royal
you-
like Jordan 1
Yes,
style.
yeah,
Do you know
there
what
is.
I was
I'm looking
thinking?
right now.
Black and
So,
red.
to bring
We
it
had the
back-
bread Jordan 1s.
To bring it back to Jordan Retro, one of the things I was realizing, kind of reminiscing back on the Jeff Staple episode recently, was when he was talking about getting to do the new Retro Low, but it would have been a collaboration between Staple and Jordan Brand. At that
Yeah.
time, there really wasn't many Jordan collaborations.
Yeah.
Right? So there was like very few. There was like, Undefeated,
Yep.
Eminem, but like there really wasn't any like mass market Jordan collaborative products.
No.
Where I feel like Jordan Brand hadn't really figured out or tapped into that kind of like limited high heat market where it was more of always just like Jordan Brand shoes are available. Like some shoes were more like limited SKUs.
LS stuff.
I remember the Motorsport 6s.
Yes.
The white and
Yes.
black ones.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shoe
Yes.
was so limited. I think like 2 stores in New England got them at the time.
It was, but I remember buying them from an outlet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just on like Nike Talk outlets, right? Oh, some random
Yeah.
outlet. They weren't supposed to be
But
there.
yeah, it was hard. It was a hard
Yeah,
shoe.
yeah. And there
to
was a
get.
matching 6 rings.
But I'm thinking about, if Jeff had done that new Retro Low, I'm like, would it have just been released at Reed Space? Or like, what does like a mass marketed staple shoe look like at that time? Because you can't really expect like Footlocker at that time to really like build a special moment around.
Yeah. It was
shoe.
a totally different era for that type of product.
But now you have like Jordan collaborations
All the time.
All the time.
10 of them in a year or something.
Yeah, like you were wearing, Joe, like the Clot 5s.
Yep.
Yeah, great shoe. I like the Clot 13 lows.
You like all the clutches.
Yeah.
You and Edison must have something going on.
Yeah.
I like those 5s a lot.
No, I think that those are great. Another funny collaboration that sometimes I forget is that, remember the Neymar 5s?
Yeah, I remember the Neymar 5s. I think I was in Spain when that shoe released. I think I was in Barcelona.
Did he give you a pair, Joe?
Now we're unlocking some memories.
No, we talked about that, but
Neymar,
we
it
talked
was a
about-
Jordan 5 low, right?
Yes, silver.
Ugh.
Yes. I don't have. Wait, do I have that shoe? No, I don't have.
You don't
that
like
shoe.
that shoe, right, Welty?
It didn't really matter that much to me at the time.
That's a no.
I got the PSG ones.
I could see that.
I remember wanting the Aqua 8s when they got retroed in.
Those are your shoes.
That's the one
That's the
Jordan
one
that we
didn't-
can always associate with Matt Welty.
Yeah.
Do you remember the
Yes.
last pair of Jordans you bought?
No, those were.
Yeah, Aqua 8s.
I think I had mentioned there was a time where I was like actually getting seeded Jordan product, which is like the funniest thing.
And
that,
you
like,
blew it?
Yeah, blew it.
Yeah, then they realized.
Yeah, also people were like, "You're such a hater." Like, got such a not good shoe is the top 3 Jordan 1s.
Which you famously gave away.
Yes, reverse shatter backboards, gave those away.
Damn.
Yeah,
what a generous
Chinese
man.
New Year 12s, gave those away. I'm like, nice guy out here giving away Air Jordans to coworkers. You know, like
Nice guy at the end of the day.
what's your favorite Jordan retro of all time?
Oh,
The one that I've worn the most is definitely black cement Jordan 3s.
Yeah, you, Joe.
I would go black cement Jordan 3s, black Cat 4s, black cement 4s.
What about, was the Black Cat 3 ever a thing for you, Joe?
Never wore the black Cat 3. Did not
See,
like
how
them.
is that?
I know.
I don't, that makes no
was
sense
it
to me.
because did it have patent leather a little bit on it?
Yeah, a little
And
bit of
also
shiny
he's talking
section.
about bad retros.
That's why I didn't
like
like
just
it.
not a good shoe.
Just a cheap shoe.
That's why I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't like the 3 because it had patent leather on it.
It was all nubuck too, so it wasn't like it just wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I tell a funny story about your black cement 3s, Joe, that you probably remember? Your black cement 3s were like early
The
on.
insoles?
They were like Tumblr famous.
Yes, because Brett Gottlieb did a feature on them.
Yeah.
Is this the one you're talking about?
You had taken a picture or something of your black cement 3s because they were super like beat at the.
Cooked.
Yeah, you just had worn them and there was like this was like you had done like your Hypebeast Essentials, I think, at the time.
Yes.
Was there a Glock
Yes.
in there, a la Ben Baller?
No. The G-Unit mixtape was
No
in there.
Glock, just a glizzy. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
And I think I remember it was like something where your shoes they'd become Tumblr famous like during that whole.
And then we posted them, and
Yes.
you didn't credit me. Yes.
Yes,
you told us before.
Joe got.
You told us before.
Oh, got a little tight about it.
I was like, oh man, he's gonna tell it his own way. But I was like, man, these are my shoes. What are you gonna say? That I yelled, "These are my shoes. Why aren't you cutting them?"
he banged his fist on the table, said, "God
How
damn
did
it!"
you not know
No
that
way.
How did you not know that these were mine?
All right, I'll take that.
tyrants.
That's not that bad. Another Jordan 3 though that I definitely did wear a lot. Interested to get your thoughts on it. 2014 Jordan 5 Lab 3, the black with the like kind of icy sole. Not great, right?
I don't think we needed any of those lab
Not
Jordans.
5 Lab 3. I thought you did, Joe. You didn't do the 4 Lab 11s.
The all patent 4s.
I did those.
Like the
I
I
did
molded
think,
those.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, that's
The
what I'm saying.
black ones.
I thought maybe
I
you
did
did that
those.
shoe.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
you doing that.
just like walking. It was like walking like this. That's how stiff they were. It was like, yeah.
You know,
Tin
yeah.
Man looking
I think I'll
ass.
be honest. One of the Jordan retros that I really like.
Okay.
That I never got, and I looked them up the other day because I think when they got it was a Retro Plus colorway. Mm-hmm. Got re-released. Mm-hmm. Bricked when it first came out. Mm-hmm. Bricked again when it got re-released. Was Mocha 3s.
Mocha 3s, yeah.
But Mocha 3s go for like $600 now.
What? Nobody really?
I did not.
Oh,
Damn.
people like Mocha 3s.
Yeah,
People
but when
like
Welty's
Mocha
totally
3s.
right. That retelling of the level of interest in them over the years is totally
Yeah.
on point. Like I feel like when they first came back out, however many years ago that was, it was not that hard to get them.
I
I'm
think
surprised.
Drake wore them like back in like 2010 or something like that, and I thought that was like there's a picture of him in a nightclub wearing them. But I think there's a renewed interest in that shoe, a la because of like not the Travis connection, but kind of that Travis Scott like
brown
palette.
sneakers in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, brown Jordans were always a brick when they came out. There
I
was
guess except all of 9s, right?
yeah, but there was and this was like I guess like a double brick at the time because that Jordan brand had a hard time moving like women's exclusive Air Jordans like in the 2006 era before they kind of refigured out how to make like the exclusive sizing to it, and then they kind of all like did really well. But I think there was like that. I think Yachty wore it on Full Size Run. That brown low top
Jordan
Yes.
8.
Jordan 8.
Yes,
Like in the
he did.
time period, it was such a bad shoe that didn't sell at all.
Yeah.
But now there's this weird sort of like interest.
Fetishization of those.
Yeah, where it's
Yeah.
such like an odd looking shoe. Like remember Peapod 8s?
Yeah. There's some, yeah.
White and orange 8s?
No good to me, but
one of my favorite retro Air Jordan moments talking about Aqua 8s is the Kanye fit.
Oh, great. Well, pastel jacket.
Yes, with the Bape hat in the
Yes.
Aqua 8s.
Great fit.
Wait, so what Air Jordan, if we can all just pick one then, like one Air Jordan that we look back on and we're like, oh man.
That's good or
Didn't
that's
age
bad?
well?
Bad. Yeah, it didn't age well.
I feel like I named a few.
I mean, yeah, to me, like, I think that stuff that was OG colorways, but then they just did them a few years later the right way. So, like, white cement Jordan 4s, not the Nike Air pair, but the Jumpman one they did before that, where it's like, it just looks bad in comparison, especially when you have a model from 4 or 5 years later to compare it to, and you're like, oh, this is what it actually should look like, or this looks way better. So, that to me.
And kind of like what I alluded to in this podcast, I wouldn't single out one, but I definitely just taking a stroll down Instagram, I definitely had a bunch like
Peaks
this.
and valleys.
You know?
Peaks and
yeah,
valleys.
exactly. For every Aqua 8 with leather pants, there's like a
Infrared 23 Jordan
suede
6.
red Spizike with leather pants. Honestly,
suede red Spizike.
yeah.
I think the thing that didn't age well, and this is not going to be a shoe per se, but people's lack of interest in certain Jordan models in the countdown packs because they didn't want to buy the other shoe that was with it.
Yeah.
But then you realize people were passing on black cement Air Jordan 3s, black cement Air Jordan 4s because they didn't want to buy Jordan 19s or Jordan 20s at the time. But a few years later, a lot of people were kind of kicking themselves that they had the opportunity to buy a pair of black cement 3s that may have been on sale for $200 and get both shoes for $200.
I guess, but I just feel like they made those so much better years later.
They did, but at the time, people were like, "Oh man, like I really could have bought these, and I didn't do it because I didn't want to."
I never bought any.
I didn't want to get the
CDP
19s
stuff
that went along with it.
Yeah. Can I say, as we get out of here, one more thing that hasn't aged particularly well?
What?
This pile
glizzies?
of hot dogs sitting next
I
to me.
knew
these
it.
things.
I knew it. I know his comedy. I know his comedy.
You know me.
Listen.
Wow.
I knew it. I
These
knew
are
it.
looking
I knew it.
wrinkled, withered, and wizened.
can't imagine.
Oh my goodness.
I
They're
can't imagine. I'm
fading
happy I'm
fast.
here. I'm
Yeah.
sad that I'm not with you guys, but I'm happy I'm here. Those probably aged really bad.
Yeah. Stick a fork in them, but don't use the fork to eat them because they're done. And I think we're done here, right?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're done. You closed it up good. All right, listen, guys. I will be back with you guys next week. Sorry I'm not there. 50th episode on YouTube. Thanks, everyone, for the support.
Huge moment.
Week in, week out. We got some big guests coming. We always do, but I feel like we booked some big guests coming, and we just had a bunch of big guests. So go back and watch those. Salehi, Jeff Staple. Get caught up if you haven't. And we will be back next week. We hope everyone has a great weekend. Please like, subscribe, and we will see you next week.
See ya.